It's cutting out. Well, I want to go to Danny.
Also, too, if you have a license plate, white Chevy Corolla Challenge, UFO F2G. White Chevy Challenge, UFO F2G. You are locking someone in, and they need to leave right now, please. Okay, at my mark. As many free throws as you can make in 30 seconds. On your mark, get set, go!
schedule for next Friday. I don't know which one goes to.
It must be the Green Girls game. But I think I'm going to do that. The boys are going to play Wednesday. That means they're going to play tonight right before the Christmas. Which they need to hang it on. Hey, you little one thing.
still got 8 minutes in this one, and then another 10 minutes.
Every team's got one.
I got Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty good. Yeah, that's Luke. Both of them got them. One of them 0-0, and one of them 20. Jake was Jake 20. What number was it? I was very curious of it. I think Luke was I thought one of them was. I think Luke was 0-0. One was Jake 9-1. Hopefully the Buffalo.
Okay. You gonna sit down there or you coming back up here?
I'm going to sit.
You ain't gonna sit down there with them?
I don't know.
I don't care if you sit down there, I just don't want you yelling. Test 1 2. Test 1 2. Hey Matt. Oh, well, I guess I'm ready whenever you are. All right, talk to you later. Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Doniphan High School gym for Donettes basketball. This is Keith Bowman, and we're getting set for the Donettes matchup with the Twin Rivers Lady Royals. And right now, the Donettes sit at 3-0 in the Ozark Foothills Conference, and 10-5 on the season. And I was going to get down and ask Coach Westerfield what Twin Rivers' record was as far as the conference goes, and I did not get around to that. But I know that this game would have a big bearing on who gets seated at least second in the OFC tournament and possibly in the district tournament as well. So it's a big game for both teams. And the Donettes here on their home floor hope to go to 4-0 in the OFC here tonight with a win over the Twin Rivers Lady Royals. This matchup over the last few years has been a good one. Every time they play, it's close. And even if one team is much better than the other one, it always seems to turn out to be a close game, so I don't expect anything any different here tonight. In the junior varsity game, the Donettes won that 60-35, and they also had a freshman boys game earlier tonight, and the Dons defeated the Royals 40-31. So trying to get 3 wins here tonight. That happened on Tuesday night when Clearwater come to town, the girls and the 2 boys games, and hopefully we'll get that done here tonight, as the Donettes will play again tomorrow night, and they'll travel to Neelyville. That's why this is such a big game, because everybody around here knows how good Neelyville is, and even that much tougher when you play them on their home court. So can't stress enough how big a game this is, and not just for the Donettes, for Twin Rivers as well. We're going to take about a 2-minute break, and we'll be back with more of a pregame show. And stay tuned, KYEC, and also on YouTube. Well, we're about a minute and a half away from the introduction of starting lineups and our national anthem, the Donettes and the Twin Rivers Lady Royals. And Twin Rivers is headed to their bench right now. They're coached by Kelly Westerfield, and they're going to be wearing their road blue uniforms and with a lot of red and white trim on them. Donettes will be in their home whites trimmed in black and gold. And in the first half, Twin Rivers will go from right to left, and the Donettes from left to right. This is the 3rd night in a row we've been here at Doniphan, and we're going to be back here tomorrow night as well, as the boys, sitting on a 2-game winning streak, will go for number 3, and they will host the Malden Green Wave. Ought to be a good game here tomorrow night between the Dons and Malden. They met up for 3rd place over Bloomfield, and Malden won that game. And we're getting ready for the national anthem, so while we do that, we'll take a 90-second break. Be back to give you the starters on KYEC 88.3 FM. Well, welcome back, everybody. Keith Bowman back at the Bill L. Wright Gymnasium in Doniphan, and we are just about set for the Donettes and the Twin Rivers Lady Royals. Katie Hester, a 5'5" senior. Katie Baxter, a 5'8" senior. Caitlin South, a 5'9" senior. Number 15, Brooke Bloom, a 5'8" senior. And a 5'8" junior, number 34, Katie Deacon. So it's Hester, Baxter, South, Bloom, and Deacon for the Donettes. For Lexi Day, a 5'4" junior. Jacqueline Friend, a 5'5" senior. Vanessa Baca, a 5'2" senior. Savannah Aaron, a 5'8" senior. And a 5'7" senior, Paige Eddington. Rounds out the starting five for Coach Larry Mueller and the Donettes. 10-5 on the season, 3-0 in the Ozark Foothills Conference. Donettes have this game tonight, Neelyville tomorrow night, and I believe, I haven't heard for sure from the athletic director here at Doniphan, but I heard that they're going to play make up the Greenville game next Friday night, the night before the Ozark Foothills tournament starts. But we'll find out more about that before tomorrow night. I'll let you know. And Twin Rivers controls the tip, and that ball was thrown up really sideways. And the Donettes are going to start out in a man-to-man. Ball to Deacon down on the baseline. Shot up no good. Baxter gets the rebound. She missed it. Ball loose in the corner. Donettes were in a man-to-man. And I started to say that Caitlin South's their best player. And she was being guarded by Savannah Aaron. Back at the other end, they leave Baca open. She shoots a three. No ball movement at all. And fires up a three-pointer. And Twin Rivers gets the rebound. That's not a good way to start. You want to let everybody touch that ball the first time down the floor and get everybody involved in the game. Actually, South dribbles into the paint, over to Bloom, goes up, and she's going to be tied up. Good defense by Paige Eddington, and it'll be Donette's ball on the alternating possession. Bloom bobbled that ball just a little bit on the catch. Twin Rivers is going to apply some full court pressure, and it's a full court man-to-man. Donette's break it easily. If they hurry, you got a 3-on-2. But Baca decides to take it out in the corner to Savannah Aaron. She's going to shoot a three. It's no good. And again, one pass and a three-pointer both times down the floor for the Donettes, and that's not going to get it done. Katie Hester with a basketball. She's guarded by Lexi Day. Dribbling around out at the volleyball line. Gives it right wing to South. Head of the key to Bloom. Bloom dribbles into the paint, kicks it out to South, three-pointer up, and no good. Gets her own rebound, takes it down into the lane, puts it up, and no good. And Paige Eddington gets the rebound. Gives it to Lexi Day. Day up the right side. Lobs it up ahead to Baca. She has to save it from going out of bounds, but she didn't get it done. And again, another turnover. Donettes have not gotten a good shot yet, and that time they didn't even get a shot off. We've played almost a minute and a half and no score. Donettes are going to full court press now, 2-2-1. Hester gives it to Bloom back at the Donettes free throw line. Back to Hester. Dribbles up almost to midcourt, and we're going to have a blocking foul on Jacqueline Friend as she didn't go over on the out-of-bounds line to keep Hester from dribbling around her. She picks up the first foul in the game. Both teams probably a little, I don't want to say nervous here, but a little uptight to start this game because they know it's a big game for both teams. South fakes the three into the paint. Their little runner, it's good, and they cannot allow that. No help whatsoever once she got around her man. Ball in the middle of the floor to Baca. Out to Jacqueline Friend. Her three-pointer's up, and it's good. Actually, that was only two passes that time, but Jacqueline got a good look at it, puts the Donettes up 3-2. Hester in the middle of the floor. Paige Eddington knocks it away, but Hester, Deacon gets it back, gives it to South. South little runner up, no good. Baxter with a rebound, and she puts it in. Katie Baxter with her first two. Baca dribbles through the press. Now she loses it, and it's loose on the floor, and we're going to have another tie ball, and it'll belong to Twin Rivers. You can't dribble through a zone press. You got to pass it through. Man-to-man press, you can dribble through it, but The Donettes have scored one basket and had a couple of turnovers and a couple of bad shots in 5 trips. Paige Eddington knocks the ball out of Caitlin South's hands, and it goes out of bounds right at the Donettes bench. Twin Rivers leads 4-3. 5:24 to go in the first quarter. Hester comes across the timeline, hands the ball to South. The South is their best player by far. She's going one-on-one, step back jumper from the free throw line. That's good. And it's going to be a long night if they don't get some help on her. Donettes break the press easily. Now they set it up. Lexi Day dribbles up to the wing. Gives it to Baca. Open again. Her high arcing three, no good. And a rebound by Baxter. And this game has not started well at all. The Donettes haven't even tried to take the ball inside. South for 3, and it's good. This game's going to be over with in a hurry if they don't start taking the ball inside and start guarding Caitlin South, that's for sure. Coach Mueller wants a timeout. Twin Rivers leads 9-3 with 4:37 to go in the first quarter. Be back in 30 seconds. Stay with us. Twin Rivers off to a quick start. They lead 9-3, and Caitlin South already with 7 points. Timberly Mashing comes in for Vanessa Baca during the timeout. And Twin Rivers in a zone. Day dribbles up to the three-point line and just shoots it, and it's blocked. And luckily for the Donettes, Paige Eddington's there to get the rebound, but she's tied up by Baxter. And again, no ball movement whatsoever by the Donettes. Her shot was blocked once she did shoot it. Aaron open at the free throw line, 1 pass and a shot, no good. Mashing rebounds, puts it up, no good, but she is fouled. And she'll get a couple of free throws. Foul on Katie Baxter. The last few games, Timberly Mashing has really been crashing the board. She is very athletic. She doesn't look to score a lot. And her first free throw is good. That makes the score 9-4, Twin Rivers. Next one up, and it's good. Back to the 2-2-1 press. Twin Rivers hadn't had any problem with it so far. Hester dribbles up, throws it to Baxter. Over on the left side to South. Crossover dribble, goes in, lays it up and in. She just goes right around Savannah Aaron, and that was way too easy. Donettes back the other way. Jacqueline Friend on the left wing, gives it to Mashing. Mashing, free throw line jumper, no good. Savannah Aaron had the rebound, lost it, and it's picked up off the floor by Caitlin South. She brings it up the floor. Cross-court pass to Hester. In the corner to Bloom. Down low to Baxter. Too late there as Eddington steps in front and steals the pass. Paige heading up the floor. Gives it to Jacqueline Friend. She's going to fire up a 3 again. 1 pass and a shot. No ball movement, no working the ball whatsoever. I don't think these girls understand how big a game this is, or I don't know. Sometimes I wonder. And a good steal by Lexi Day. She stole the pass away. Jacqueline Friend has got Eddington up ahead, and the ball kicked. They don't call a kick, but it's going to be off the Twin Rivers. And it'll be Donette's ball. It's 11-5 in favor of the Lady Royals with 3:07 left in the first quarter. Donettes will inbound down on the baseline. Mashing throws it in way out front to Paige Eddington. Over to Day. Day says set it up, and she dribbles back to the center of the floor. Twin Rivers is packing it in. Day back off of her. She shoots it again. And luckily the Donettes get a long rebound. Savannah Aaron with it. Over to Mashing. Now to Day. She's going to shoot it again, and it's no good. And they're just daring anybody to shoot the ball, and the Donettes are not making them. And here comes Hester, bounces down low to Deacon. Deacon throws it back out to Baxter, and they'll reset now to Hester. Donettes in a zone now. They're going to make sure they find South. She's got it right now. In the corner to Bloom, dribbles baseline, shot up, partially blocked. Mashing with a rebound for the Donettes. She gives it to Lexi Day. She'll cross the timeline with it. Gives it to Jacqueline Friend. Friend dribbles in, shoots from about 15. That's a little better, but she missed it. And Paige Eddington gets the offensive rebound. Cross court to Day. Day penetrates, gets her man in the air, gives it to Eddington at the free throw line. Shot no good, gets her own rebound. Puts it up and scores. And now Coach Westerfield calls the timeout as the Donettes have got back within 4, 11-7, minute 53 to go in the first quarter. I'm going to keep it here and remind everybody tomorrow night the Dons will be at home here playing Malden. We're going to be here to do that game. And the girls are going to travel to Neelyville. We'll try to get updates from either Mr. Mike Jones or Mr. Terry Dilbeck, whichever. It'll probably be Mike Jones because his daughter plays on the girls team. Try to get some updates through texting from him. And then on Tuesday night, I'm going to have 2 games for you as the girls are going to play a makeup game against Koshkonong. That's going to be at 5 o'clock Tuesday night. And then the boys are going to play Neelyville, junior varsity and varsity. And then on Wednesday night next week, the boys are going to Greenville to play a makeup game against the Greenville Bears. Thursday night, the girls are going to Dora and the boys are going to Winona, and we haven't made up our mind that far ahead what we're going to do yet. Hester double teamed in the back court and pass to Baxter. Boy, just barely got it. Gives it to Bloom. Head to South. Wide open 3. It's short. And the ball's out of bounds. Oh, my goodness. They're giving it to Twin Rivers. It looked like it was 2 Twin Rivers players. They didn't call it. So they'll inbound it again. Brooke Bloom will inbound for Twin Rivers underneath her own basket. Donettes set up in the zone. And a trash can fell over on the other side and got out on the floor just a little bit. Clay Barton over there cleaning up the mess. Inbounds pass and is stolen by Paige Eddington. She got a chance to beat everybody. Bloom trying to catch up, goes down, and Bloom fouls her. And Eddington will go to the free throw line for a couple of free throws. And that foul, I believe, on Brooke Bloom. That's her first and the second team foul on Twin Rivers. And Paige Eddington at the free throw line. Her free throw is nothing but net. Victoria LaRue comes in for the Donettes, replacing Jacqueline Friend. And number 5, Abby Hester, a 5'8" freshman, comes in for Katie Deacon for the Lady Royals. Minute 29 to go in the first quarter. Second free throw good by Paige Eddington. She's got 4 points, and it's a 2-point lead for Twin Rivers. Now Donettes are going to go into a half-court trapping defense. Pass in the middle of the floor to Baxter, and she throws it over to Bloom. Pass was a little bit high. She probably should have caught it, but it goes right through her hands, out of bounds, right at the scorer's table. And Brooke Bloom checks out, and number 10, Emmy Roberts, a 5'5" junior, checks in. Donettes with a chance to tie or take the lead. And Twin Rivers is not even coming out to the three-point line. Savannah Aaron down low to LaRue. Lou turns, shoots, and no good. And Paige Eddington with another offensive rebound. And her pass is knocked out of bounds by South. But Paige, again, all over the place out there on the floor. It's already 3 or 4 offensive rebounds she's got. Inbounds pass to Lexi Day. Little runner from about 10 feet is blocked. And again, not a good shot. I mean, back the other way, Caitlin South dribbles into the paint. She's going to be fouled by Paige Eddington. Before the shot, 51 seconds left in the first quarter. It'll be out of bounds. That's the second team foul on the Donettes. Caitlin South to inbound it. Gets it into Hester. She's open. Her three-pointer's an air ball, but it's going to be saved on the other side by Hester. the other Hester, Abby Hester. And she brings it back out to Katie Hester out front. And with 38 seconds left, they'll move it around the perimeter. South, that time she's cut off by Aaron. Cross-court pass to Roberts. Back to Hester, back to South. Dribbles baseline, little runner up, no good. Air ball, rebounded by Paige Eddington. And Paige has it. Oh! He said she dribbled it out of bounds. The South was on her. It looked like it was knocked out, but they said that Paige just dribbled it out of bounds. So Twin Rivers gets it back with 20 seconds left, and a pass to a wide open Baxter. And that was, somebody did not do their job on defense there. Lexi Day in the middle of the floor to LaRue. Out to Mashing on the left side. She's going to shoot it. And she got a good bounce. That hit the front of the rim, crawled over. And that'll be the end of the first quarter. And Twin Rivers with a 2-point lead, 13-11, over the Donettes here at Doniphan High School. We'll take a 1-minute break. Be back with second quarter action. Don't leave us. Part of that game pitiful. They get down there one pass and they throw up a three-pointer. They wouldn't even throw the ball around. You see what happens when they do better. Twin Rivers inbounds the basketball, and the Donettes get a steal underneath. Mashing brings it up the right side, gives it in the corner to Eddington. She's going to try a three-pointer, no good, and she's going to get her own rebound, and she puts it in. Paige Eddington's one of the few players, boys or girls, that follows her shot when she shoots it. We're tied at 13. South, Deacon, Abby, and Katie Hester, and Roberts on the floor for Twin Rivers. Donettes in a zone. Roberts has got it, right side, back to Hester, back to South on the left wing. South puts it on the floor, cut off by Aaron, back out to Katie Hester. Dribbles into the paint, elbow jumper, no good. And Mashing's going to be fouled by Caitlin South. That's South first foul and third team foul on Twin Rivers. And Jacqueline Friends checking back in the game, and she'll replace Alexi Day. And Roberts checks out for Twin Rivers, and Brooke Bloom comes back in the ball game. Well, Twin Rivers led that entire first quarter. Donettes have caught up at 13 a minute into the second quarter. Savannah Aaron down low to LaRue, and Katie Deacon's going to save it from going out of bounds. LaRue didn't handle the pass. It was a good pass. And South's going to run in and put it up off the glass, and it's good. Savannah Aaron tried to draw the charge, but she was a little too far underneath the basket, I think. And Mashing gets knocked down, no call. Twin Rivers gets it. Hester's jumper's up and good. 17-13 Twin Rivers. Full court pressure by the Lady Royals. Donettes getting into the front court. Lobs down low to LaRue. She puts it up off the glass, and it's good. All she's got to do is catch it down there because she's big enough that Twin Rivers not going to stop her. She should have had one a while ago, but she mishandled the pass. Back to a 2-point lead for Lady Royals. South's got it out front to Hester. Hester goes right side to Bloom. Bloom's going to shoot a three-pointer. It's an air ball. South saves it, but it's picked up by Jacqueline Friend. And she throws it away as South steals it from behind, but Savannah Aaron's there to get the rebound. We're going to have a foul on Katie Hester. Caitlin South is very sneaky out there as she come in behind Jacqueline Friend. And now Victoria LaRue checks out, and Alexis Mandry comes in. Twin Rivers in the press. Savannah Aaron throws it in the middle of the floor, hits Mashing. They got numbers, but she overshoots Alexis Mandry, and it goes out of bounds. The right idea, just a little too high on the pass. .5:35 left in the first half. Twin Rivers leads 17-15. South gives the ball back to Katie Hester out front. Out of right wing to Brooke Bloom, back to Hester. Free throw line to Deacon. She faces up. The ball's tipped and stolen by Jacob Friend. And South might have got away with a foul. And Paige Eddington goes down and she draws the foul on Katie Deacon. And Eddington will go back to the free throw line for 2 more. She has 6 points in the first half so far. And she can tie the ball game up with 2 made free throws. First one's good. Paige 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 7 points so far. Next one is off, and the ball's going to go out of bounds. It'll go to Twin Rivers. Knew I shouldn't have said anything about her making 3 in a row. I jinx them every time I do that. Donettes are 5 of 6 from the free throw line so far. Donettes drop back into their zone. Hester gives it to Bloom on the right wing. Play catch around the perimeter over to South on the left side. South has 11 of their 17 points. She's open for a 3-pointer, way off. Air ball picked up by Paige Eddington. Bounces ahead to Aaron, and the pass is behind her, and it goes out of bounds. Twin Rivers is pressing even after a missed shot. And the Donettes just getting in a little bit too big a hurry instead of taking their time, and they threw it away. It's a couple turnovers in a row. Bloom's got it left wing. Back to South. South dribbles in, kicks it back out to Bloom. Head of the key to Hester. Back to Caitlin South. Bounces free throw line to Katie Baxter. Back to South, dribbles into the paint, goes in. Her shot blocked by Alexis Mandry. She hands it to Friend, and Friend gives it back to Mandry. You don't throw it to this big girl going down the floor. The guards always want to get rid of the ball. Savannah Aaron for 3. It's short, and the ball loose on the floor, and it's going to go out of bounds off of Jacqueline Friend. And it'll be Twin Rivers' basketball. Savannah hadn't got off to a good start on her 3-pointers yet tonight. She has not scored, as a matter of fact, so far. So with her not scoring any points at all, and the Donettes only down by 1 halfway through the second quarter, the Donettes got to feel pretty good about that. They've got South on the free throw line now, so they just need to make sure they stay with her. I would dare any of those other girls out there on the floor to shoot the basketball. They're playing catch around the 3-point line. Deacon's out on the left wing now. Back to Hester. 3:40 left in the first half. It goes to Baxter on the baseline. Back to Bloom. Out front to Hester. Now to Deacon on the left wing. They're having a hard. They're wanting to get that ball to South. Donettes are doing a pretty good job right now keeping her from getting it. Cross-court pass. Nice job by Bloom to come and get it, and her shot's blocked by Mandry. That's Mandry's second block shot here in this just last couple of minutes. They'll stay with Twin Rivers underneath their own basket. Bloom hadn't come and got that pass, it would have been intercepted. She come and met the pass. Inbounds to Bloom. Bloom takes it in, shoots, and no good, but we've got a foul on the Donettes. And I think it's going to be on Mandry. No? That's Vanessa Baca. And it'll be 2 shots for Brooke Bloom. Donettes have had about 3 possessions with a chance to take the lead. A couple times haven't even gotten a shot off. Bloom misses the first one. This is Twin Rivers' first free throws of the ball game. They've only called 8 fouls total so far here in the first half. Neither team very close to the bonus yet. Next one up, and she gets a good bounce on that one. Makes it 18-16. Twin Rivers back to the press. Donettes got Paige Eddington back there trying to help get it up, and Baca almost lost it. Gets it up to Mandry. Back to Baca. In the corner, Savannah Aaron. Bounces in the lane to Mandry. Her shot blocked by Baxter. And South is one-on-one with Baca. Somebody's got to get back and help her. She lays it up and she missed it. And Paige Eddington comes back to get the rebound. Aaron's pass knocked away and it's stolen right back by Twin Rivers. All they got to do is just slow down and take their time. They won't throw that ball away. They're just trying in so big a hurry to get it down the floor. And Twin Rivers is staying back on defense on them. That's the only way that right now that keeping the thing from Donettes from getting the lead. 18-16 Twin Rivers, a very low scoring first half. Hester at the top of the key, gives it to Bloom on the right wing. Bounces to Baxter and Mandry stole it and then she threw it away. Same thing that's happened the last 4 or 5 times. Trying to get rid of it so fast instead of just holding the ball until you can get it to somebody. South intercepted it, and then she's fouled by Savannah Aaron. And that'll send Caitlin South to the free throw line. She'll be shooting 2. The first one goes in. I've said all along, we play Twin Rivers. If you hold her to 20 points, you'll win, and she's already got 12 right now. 12 of the 19. So there's not anybody else on the floor hurting. Now she's got 13, and it's a 4-point lead. And South steals the pass again. And she's open underneath the basket, puts it up, no good. Ball tipped around. Katie Hester gets it and puts it in. This press is not that tough. I cannot figure out why they keep throwing it away. Savannah Aaron dribbles to the baseline, puts it up. All kinds of contact, no call. And South takes it down on Lexi Day and lays it in. Them guys are letting them play football out there now. Ball down low to Emily Ettier, who just checked in, and she gets her first bucket. 24-18, Twin Rivers. Minute 25 to go in the first half. Hester splits the double team, gets into the lane, jumper up, no good. Ball tipped around, and Timberly Mashing gets it, and she throws it away. And they're going to get another easy bucket. Donettes can't stay off of the floor. I'm telling you what, these guys are not just calling nothing, man. I'm telling you, they're letting them play football. They finally call a foul. Who was that one on? Katie Hester. That is her second foul. Katie Deacon checks out, and Emmy Roberts comes back in for the Lady Royals. Inbounds pass comes in to Day. To Eddington, free throw line jumper, no good, and nothing but blue shirts there to rebound. If Page shoots outside, the Donettes don't have a very good chance of getting the rebound inside because unless Mashing gets it, they don't have much. South wide open, misses badly, but Twin Rivers gets the rebound underneath and another foul on Savannah Aaron. And if the Donettes don't make some adjustments at halftime, this game's going to get away real quick because they are not doing anything on either end of the floor. That foul was on Aaron, her second. And Roberts at the free throw line, and her free throw is good. That's her first point. .44 seconds left in the first quarter. That one's off. And Mashing gets a rebound for the Donettes. Down by 9 points. Pass ahead to Lexi Day. On the baseline to Paige Eddington. Out to Aaron. Steps into a three-pointer. No good. Emily Ettier with the rebound. She misses the follow-up. And Hester down underneath and the ball knocked away. And they're going to say Twin Rivers is out of bounds. Inbounds pass to Ettier, and she gets hit on the arm. No call there. How come they're not jumping up and down now? Donettes steal the pass, and Paige Eddington goes up for the shot. And she's fouled. They're going to call it on the floor, I think, before. That's the third foul on Katie Hester. And she's their point guard. But right now, the way the Donettes are playing, it's not going to make much difference unless they start doing some things different. And we got Emmy Roberts checking right back into the ball game. Hester goes to the bench with 3 fouls. And it'll be Eddington will be at the free throw line. That was team foul number 7. They did call it on the floor, so it's a 1-and-1. Free throw up and no good. And an over the back foul called Emily Edier. A while ago they wasn't calling nothing, now they're calling everything. Not very consistent. That was a 16 foul. Bloom's going to shoot it, and no good. Ball comes back to Bloom at the free throw line. Her jumper up, no good. Mashing gets it. And with 10 seconds to go, lobs it up to Paige Eddington, and she can't handle it. And a turnover. Why in the world getting so big a hurry? You got 10 seconds, and the ball's almost to midcourt. You better get up on South. She'll shoot it. You're going to throw it from half court. No, it's going to come up short. But not much of a first half for the Donettes here. They trail 27-18. They only scored 7 points that quarter. They got outscored 14-7. Trail by 9 at halftime, 27-18. We'll be back in 2 minutes to run down the scoring for the first half. You're listening to Donettes basketball on KYEC 88.3 FM.
1, 2, 1, 1, 4, 4. You have that number, go to the big D in the middle of the floor. 1, 2, 1, 1, 4, 4. All right, we got there. Okay, now 1, 2, 1, 1, 5, 2. 1, 2, 1, 1, 5, 2.
18, 19.
1, 2, 1, 1, 5, 2. One, two, one, 1, 5, 2. Do we have anybody have that number? Okay, going once. 1, 2, 1, 1, 5, 2. Going twice. All right. How about this number? 1, 2, 1, 1, 6, 9. 1, 2, 1, 1, 6, 9. Looks like you got that number. Go shoot. Okay, here's the rules. They're very simple. You go to the free throw line, and you shoot and make as many free throws as you can in 30 seconds. Okay, on your marks, get set, go!
Twin Rivers Lady Royals lead the Donettes 27-18 at halftime. Scoring in the first half, Twin Rivers Caitlin South has almost scored as many as the Donettes whole team has. She has got 17 of the 27. Katie Hester has 4, Katie Baxter 4, and 1 apiece for Emmy Roberts and Brooke Bloom. And they were 4 of 6 from the free throw line in the first half. For the Donettes, 7 points for Paige Eddington, 4 for Timberly Mashing, 3 for Jacqueline Friend. Donettes only hit 1 3-pointer in the first half, and it hadn't been because they hadn't shot a bunch of them. But they have only hit 1. And then 2 points for Emily Edier and 2 points for Victoria LaRue for a total of 18. Donettes scored 11 in the first quarter, 7 in the second. And Twin Rivers got 13 in the first, 14 in the second, lead at 27-18. Earlier tonight, the JV Donettes won 60-35, and the boys freshmen, Don's freshmen beat Twin Rivers freshmen 40-31. Tomorrow night we'll be back here at Doniphan as the Dons will play the Malden Green Wave, and the girls are going to Neelyville to play the Lady Tigers. We're going to take another 2-minute break and be back with more halftime here. Stay with us on KYEC 88.3 FM. to go home.
I told Jeff I wasn't going to get on the refs too much.
They were pitiful. They didn't call nothing. They were playing football out there. And then all of a sudden they start calling when they touch somebody.
Yeah.
The kids don't know how to play when you do that. They think they can get away with just running over somebody and they don't call it. And then all of a sudden they start calling everything. Brad ain't been telling you all the time. All they're going to do is see who scored the most points. That's all they're going to do. They don't care if they win. They just don't want to care. You can tell by the way they play. But she's the same way, though. She just throws lazy passing. She's got 17. Golly. Who told me it was? Well, welcome back, everybody. Keith Bowman back at the Bill L. Wright Gymnasium in Doniphan. And if you can't hear me, I'm sorry. The Doniphan band is right here in my ear, and those drums are about to drive me crazy. It's halftime, and the Donettes are trailing the Twin Rivers Lady Royals 27-18. And I said coming in for the game that Donettes could win here tonight, probably sew up at least a number 2 seed in the Ozark Foothills Conference Tournament, which starts a week from Saturday. But they have not played like they even want to win here tonight. I don't know what in the world. They're playing nothing like they've played the last 3 or 4 games. And I don't know. They just, Caitlin South has 17 points for Twin Rivers, and the Donettes only have 18 as a team. So, and that was another thing, I don't think I mentioned it coming in, but if you hold her down, you've got a chance to win, and the Donettes have not done a even halfway decent job at all so far. But they only trail by 9 points. The game's not over, but they're going to have to change what they're doing. Going to have to start getting the ball inside and quit just going down there and the first one that gets it fire up a 3-pointer. That's what's been going on. The seedings for the Ozark Foothills Conference Tournament are next Wednesday, so the Greenville boys game and the Greenville girls game, or the girls with Greenville boys and Greenville girls, are not going to be played before the seedings. So the Donettes and Dons will only have 5 total wins and losses going into that. So if they get this one here, they would be 4-0 in the conference, but that's end up going to put them maybe, I don't know. I don't think they could go all the way down to the 4th seed, but you want to stay out of the 4th or 5th seed for sure. You don't want to be in the bracket with neitherville. 2 or 3 is not that much difference, but you need to beat Twin Rivers here tonight and let them know that you're to be reckoned with. But right now, it's not looking good. Both teams are back out on the floor. We're about 3 minutes away from the start of the second half, so I'm going to take one more 2-minute timeout. We'll be back with second half action. Well, welcome back, everybody. We're getting close to the start of the second half, and right now the Donettes trail Twin Rivers 27-18, and we're about a minute away from the start of the second half. And Twin Rivers is huddled around Coach Westerfield. Donettes still shooting some shots at the other end, and hopefully Coach Mueller said something that will get them get them focused here, because they didn't seem very focused in that first half. And if they get behind very much farther right off the bat, the game will be over. So they've got to get it going here quickly to get back in the ball game. Twin Rivers comes back to the floor, and it will be Donettes basketball to start the third quarter. Twin Rivers has Deacon and Baxter, Bloom, Hester, and South. Hester playing with 3 fouls. Donettes send out Day, Eddington, Baca, Friend, and Aaron. Day dribbles up the head of the key. They back off of her, gives it to Baca on the right wing. Back to Lexi Day, lobs it down, and throws it way over the head of Paige Eddington, out of bounds. At least they looked inside that time, but they just, I mean, that wasn't even close. So Twin Rivers comes back the other way. Caitlin South gives a baseline to Baxter. Back to South. Now back out front to Hester, left side to Brooke Bloom. Back to Hester. They got South back out on the wing now. They had her in the paint there for a while. They get it to Bloom, and she goes in and scores. And a turnover by the Donettes and an easy basket for Twin Rivers. That's, I think that's the way Coach Mueller had it designed to start this second half. And they almost throw it away again. Lexi Day's going to dribble back out front. We've played a minute here in the third quarter. Day penetrates, gives it to Aaron. Aaron's going to turn and shoot. No good. Paige Eddington with a rebound, and she puts it in. 9 points for Paige, and it's 29-20 in favor of Twin Rivers. Hester gives it right wing to South. South dribbles to the baseline, throws it back out front to Hester. Over on the left wing to Brooke Bloom. Back to Hester. That's what they've done most of the game, is just throw between the 3 players, whoever it is on the left wing, Hester and South. South bounces to Baxter on the baseline. Right back to South. South dribbles in. Shot up, no good. And just a simple old lazy reach-in foul on the Donettes is going to give them 2 more points, because South don't miss free throws. That foul's on Jacqueline Friend. Free throw's good. This one rattles in and out and back in. So 19 points. And it's an 11-point lead for Twin Rivers again. Day throws it away. And they've got South wide open ahead, and they didn't see it. Now Hester, she loses it. It's going to be picked up by Day. They've got a 2-on-1 against Baxter. Day crossover dribble, goes down too far under, misses the shot. Had Friend wide open on the other side. And now coming back up the floor, we're going to have a foul on Lexi Day. When she feathered out to the right side, she should have passed it back to Jacqueline Friend. She was wide open on the left side. And then when she did pick up the ball, she was too far under the backboard to get the shot up over the lip of the rim. Hester's got it out front, over to South. Baseline to Baxter. Dribbles baseline, goes in, throws up a shot, no good. Way over the rim. That's why I'm saying that make somebody else besides South beat you. Baxter missed that shot badly. Jacqueline Friend takes it into the paint, and her shot's blocked. South 1-on-1 with Lexi Day, and that's a mismatch, and South lays it in. And a timeout called by Coach Mueller, and the Donettes are almost ready to get blowed out here. They're down by 13 with 5:22 to go in the third quarter. We'll take a 30-second break. We'll be back after this message. Donettes inbound it, trailing by 13. That's Twin Rivers' biggest lead of the game so far. Eddington throws it in the middle of the floor, and Baca was walking towards her, and it went right over her head. Where was she going? South with it on the right baseline. Cross court to Bloom. Bloom fakes it, goes in, and an offensive foul going to be called on Brooke Bloom. That was drawn by Savannah Aaron. Savannah, I'm sure, is leading the Donettes by far in charges drawn this year. He does a good job of getting in position on those. Day double teamed, and bad pass again. Hester can't save it, but they're lucky Twin Rivers didn't get it on the layup. Dribble right up into the double team and then try to throw a lazy lost cross-court pass. Pass into the middle of the floor to Baca. Baca takes it down. She's open, puts the shot up. Nobody in there to rebound but blue shirts. Don't know when to shoot and when not to shoot. This is absolutely the worst game the Donettes have played that I've done in a long time. And they're still in the game, but they throw it away again. Oh my goodness. I don't know, the JV scored 60 points tonight. He might ought to bring them in. Let's see, we had somebody checked in there. Timberly Mashing came in for Vanessa Baca. Bloom gives it in the corner to Deacon. Back to Bloom. Now back out to Hester near midcourt. Mashing gets a little closer to her. She dribbles back towards the sideline. In the corner to Deacon. Back to Hester. About half a step from the sideline. Over to Bloom. Twin Rivers doesn't have to get in any hurry at all. Pass down low, bad pass by Baxter, picked off by Eddington. Eddington's 1-on-5, and all the rest of the Donettes are loafing up the floor. I mean, so you got to run to the other end of the floor. My goodness. Jakelin Friends open for three, and it's good. That's her second one of the game. Maybe that'll shoot a little life into him. I don't know. Paige Eddington was dribbling down the floor as fast as she could go against 5 defenders, and the other 4 Donettes were back on the other end of the floor. Wasn't even hustling down. 33-23, 10-point lead for Twin Rivers. And cut it down a little bit. They were down by 13. Still plenty of time to go, but see, the Donettes have scored 5 points this quarter, and Twin Rivers has got 6, so they were up 9 at halftime, so they've still outscored the Donettes in this quarter to be up by 10. That timeout, I think, was called by Coach Westerfield. It'll be Twin Rivers' basketball. Donettes will drop back, and Mashing's out near the volleyball line. I don't know if they're still playing a 2-1-2. It looks like they may be playing. Paige Eddington may be guarding South all over the floor. It might be a box and one now. Hester gives it over to Bloom. Double team, gets it back to Hester. Down in the corner to Deacon. Back to Bloom, now out front to Hester. Hester backs it back out to the volleyball line. Gives it to Caitlin South. Yeah, Paige is not guarding her man-to-man because she didn't follow her out to the wing. Twin Rivers just running a little clock now. Hester double team. Oh my goodness, she threw it. The Donettes, just threw it up in the air. and there was no Donettes around, and Bloom got it and laid it in. That was just unlucky there. Lexi Day at the other end, three-pointer up, and it's good. Some of those start going in, it might help, but that was a bad break on the other end. They should have had the steal, and the ball just happened to go to a Twin Rivers player. There should have been somebody around her, I think, but 35-26, back to a 9-point game. 2:15 to go in the third quarter. Hester gives it to South. South cross court to Hester. Twin Rivers doesn't even have to shoot it if they don't want to. Baxter almost had it stolen. Now she throws it over to the sideline, and that's out of bounds. Katie Deacon caught the ball, and she was standing on the sideline. Pass in the middle of the floor to Mashing. Up ahead to Jacqueline Friend. Back out front to Lexi Day. Day dribbles into the paint, and she's going to be fouled, I think. And number 12, Caitlin South. That's her second. And team foul number 2 on Twin Rivers. Mashing will throw it underneath the basket for the Donettes. Got a chance to get it under 9. Pass into Aaron. Three-pointer on the way. No good. Paige Eddington gets the rebound, and she'll put it up, and she scores. That is 11 points for Paige, and it's 35-28. A little life in the crowd here. Maybe it'll get a little life in the players out there on the floor. South spins into the paint, and we're going to have a reach-in foul on the Donettes. It's going to be on Paige Eddington. That'll be her second, and the third team foul on the Donettes. Brooke Bloom inbounds it, and it's going to be out of bounds off of Twin Rivers as South can't handle the pass. She looked back at Bloom like it's Bloom's fault, but she looked like to me she just didn't catch it. Well, the Donettes with a chance to cut into a 7-point lead now, a minute and a half to go in the third quarter. They score here to get a little more interesting again. Jacob Friend, and she double dribbled. Oh my gosh. And the Donettes, I think they've gone back. Bloom is wide open underneath the basket. Nobody on her, but they didn't see her. Hester dribbles into the lane. Kicks it out to Deacon. Deacon back out front to South. South into the paint. Goes up, and a foul on Paige Eddington. And after having a couple of chances to cut into the lead, sending a fantastic free throw shooter back to the free throw line. They called that on Timberly Mashing. That's her first. Missed automatic here at the free throw line. South puts in her 22nd point. Deacon checks out. And who do we have come in? Abby Hester. Yes, she missed one. And Twin Rivers is going to get the rebound. And they're going to say Hester was on the out of bounds line. Her and Savannah Aaron were on the floor fighting for the basketball. Twin Rivers sets up in the 1-2-2 press. Day gives the ball to Savannah Aaron behind her. Throws it up in the middle of the floor, and a lucky pass over to Jacqueline Friend. Missed the three-pointer, goes and gets her own rebound and puts it in. And it's 36-30. Twin Rivers up by 6. 39 seconds left in the third quarter. Hester dribbling out front. Lexi Day on her. Gives it in the corner to Abby Hester. Back in the corner to Katie Hester. Back to Abby Hester. Jumper up by Hester. No good. And Paige Eddington for the rebound. Savannah Aaron's wide open up ahead. And Aaron's got a wide open layup, and she scores. And it's a 4-point game. They need to hold Twin Rivers here. We got 10 seconds to go. And Mashing's all over South. She needs to stay with her. Hester dribbles down, out in the corner to Bloom. Bloom puts up the shot, no good. And the Donettes put on a little run here at the end of the quarter. And they've got it to a 4-point game here after being down by 13 earlier in that quarter. It is 36-32 at the end of 3 quarters. And we will be back with that 4th quarter after this 1-minute break on KYEC 88.3 FM. Here though. Well, the Donettes put on a run there to make this thing close heading to the 4th quarter. They were down 13, cut it to 4. Twin Rivers with the ball and a 4-point lead. Caitlin South dribbles into the paint, kicks it out to Katie Hester. Unless Twin Rivers gets a layup from somebody, I don't think you'll see much of anybody shooting the basketball. They get it down low to Hester, and she turns and puts it up and scores. That is Abby Hester with her first bucket, and the lead's back to 6. Full court pressure. Donettes break it easily. Friend gives it in the corner. Savannah Aaron for 3. No good. And a rebound by Baxter. Pass down low. Brooke Bloom got behind everybody. She missed the layup. Got it back, put it up, missed it. And Savannah Aaron is going to be fouled by Abby Hester. And with 7:13 to go, it's 38-32. Twin Rivers. Well, Brooke Bloom missed an easy one there that should have put them up by 8 points. And we got Emily Ettier checking in for the Donettes for Jacqueline Friend. Well, the Donettes get the ball back. Only the 3rd team foul on Twin Rivers. Day bounces into the front court to Mashing. Over on the right side to Savannah Aaron. Lobs it down low. Ettier with a nice catch, and she lays it in. They're going to call an offensive foul on Ettier. She was behind the defender there, and all she done was seal her off. These guys are very, very inconsistent. That's all I got to say. So they take the 2 points away. The Twin Rivers still leads by 6. 6:52 to go. South in the corner, 3-pointer, and it's good. You can't give her an inch, and that's what she's got. 25 points now. Eddington takes it down to the free throw line, and we got a foul. That one is on Katie Hester, and that's her 4th. Lexi Day checks out, and Vanessa Baca comes back in. And lead back to 9 for the Lady Royals. Bounce down low to Ettier, turns, shoots, missed it. And Abby Hester with the rebound. Well, good shot, just didn't go in. Well, Donettes had it to 4. Now Twin Rivers has scored the first 5 points of this quarter. We played almost 2 minutes and Donettes haven't scored. South goes in and the ball is knocked away. And they're going to say it was last touched by South. And she was stripped on the way up, and then she ran over Savannah Aaron. They just called the ball out of bounds. And I had another substitution there. Katie Baxter come back in for Katie Hester. Paige Eddington gets it into the front court. Savannah Aaron dribbles back to the wing, over to Vanessa Baca, down low to Ettier. Turn, shoots, missed it. Paige Eddington is battling for the rebound. It's a jump ball, and it'll belong to the Donettes on the alternating possession. Inbounding up front to Eddington. Over to Mashing. She's open for a three-pointer. No good. Emily Eddier with the rebound. Turns, shoots, missed it. And we got a foul on Twin Rivers. That one's on 10, Emmy Roberts. That'll be a two-shot foul for Eddier. Both teams now have 5 team fouls in the second half. 5:49 to play in the game. As Eddier's first free throw is no good. It's 41-32. Twin Rivers leads it. And we got a timeout called by Coach Westerfield. And her team leading by 9. And it is a full timeout, so we will take a 60-second break and be back here to the Bill L. Wright Gymnasium. Stay with us. What's the deal? Can you not call a foul on Twin Rivers? And if you don't call one for them, they just scream. I mean, that's pitiful.
I'm surprised she hadn't got thrown out.
Every time they go down the floor, they get fouled, and they never foul, according to her. Man.
They are winning, so she shouldn't be that upset.
I don't think it makes any difference. They could be ahead by 40 and they do. So Eddier missed the second shot, and then we have a tie ball on the rebound, and it's Twin Rivers' ball on the alternating possession. Paige Eddington knocks it away from Caitlin South. It goes out of bounds right at midcourt. Twin Rivers with a 9-point lead and the basketball. Nearing the 5.5-minute mark of the ball game. South penetrates into the lane. Little floater up and no good. And the rebound's going to be Katie Baxter. And she gets it back out to Bloom. Bloom on the baseline to Hester, and she steps on the out-of-bounds line. Ball goes back to the Donettes, and Jacqueline Friend back in for Vanessa Baca. Donettes still looking for their first point here in the fourth quarter. We played almost 3 minutes. Jacqueline Friend gets the ball in the middle, goes down, her shot blocked. And we're going to have a foul on Abby Hester. The shot was blocked, but they called a foul on the other player that didn't block the shot. Jacqueline Friend at the free throw line, and the first one's good. That is 9 points for Jacqueline. And Katie Hester comes back in for Roberts. Hester playing with 4 fouls. The only player in the game that has 4. Friend makes both free throws, makes it a 7-point game again. 41-34. 5:05 left in the fourth quarter. Hester dribbles up to half court. Double team, gets it to Baxter in the middle of the floor. Takes it down, puts it up, and it won't go. And Timberly Masham with the rebound. Gives it back to Savannah Aaron. Aaron's going to be hounded in the back court by Caitlin South. Masham gives it right back to Aaron. Aaron dribbles down the lane, stops, shoots, and scores. And it's a 5-point game again, 41-36. Twin Rivers up by 5. 4:35 left in the game. Hester double teamed, and she throws it up, and it's going to be stolen. Oh, Coach Westerfield got a timeout before Eddier stole the pass. So the Donettes have scored 4 straight, got it back to a 5-point game, and we got 4:30 to go in the game. And we're going to take a timeout here, and we'll be back after this message. Well, the Donettes are trailing 41-36 to the Twin Rivers Lady Royals. Just about a minute or so ago, it was a 9-point lead. Donettes had scored 4 in a row, and they got a steal, but right before the ball was stolen, Coach Westerfield called a timeout. Katie Hester dribbled into a double team. And Lexi Day come back into the ball game for the Donettes, replacing Emily Edier. And Donettes almost got a steal. South's going to fire up a shot, no good. Paige Eddington with a rebound. Comes out of there with it, gets it across the timeline. Dribbles down to the wing, throws it back out, and the ball batted into the back court. And South saved it to Hester, down to South, and she's got a layup. That is a classic case of getting out-hustled. The South kept going after the basketball, and the Donettes just stayed there. And they get another steal. The South reaches in. And Day trying to dribble through that trap instead of passing the basketball. The Twin Rivers right back up by 7, make that 9. And Aaron trying to draw the charge, but she didn't get the call. And Twin Rivers right back up by 9. And it's getting late now. Eddington in the corner to Aaron. Dribbles baseline all the way in, and the ball goes to the floor. And they're going to have a tie ball. Folks, I don't like to talk about the refereeing, but this is terrible. I mean, there was 4 players on the floor there, and they didn't call anything but a jump ball. Lexi Day fakes the three-pointer. Goes in the right corner to Jacqueline Friend. A long three-pointer up, no good. And Brooke Bloom gets the rebound. Gives it to Caitlin South. The Twin Rivers is looking pretty good now as far as getting out of here with a win. And the ball knocked out of bounds by Paige Eddington again, but we're down to 3:12 to go. And the Donettes have got that down to 4 points one time, 5 a couple of times. And South fires up a 3, and it's good. And that's the last nail in the coffin right there, folks. Back to a 12-point lead. It was a 5-point lead just about a minute ago. Mashing dribbles down. She puts it up. And she's going to be fouled by Abby Hester. That'll be 3 fouls on Abby Hester. And there'll be 2 shots coming for Timberly Mashing. 2:59 left. Mashing's free throw rims out. Next one up in the same situation. Paige Eddington gets the rebound, and she turns and scores. And she's also fouled. And she'll have a chance for a 3-point play, but I'm afraid it's might be a little too late here. That makes it a 10-point game. And Katie Deacon coming back in for Twin Rivers, replacing Abby Hester. And that foul was on. Yeah, I'm not sure. Free throw missed. Rebound by Brooke Bloom. Pass up ahead. Katie Hester got behind everybody and laid it in. And you cannot let that happen. Jacqueline Friend was back there, and she just went to sleep, and Hester got in behind her. And you cannot let that happen. Paige Eddington's got it on the baseline. Cross court. Savannah Aaron wide open. 3-pointer up and good. 50-41. 2 minutes and 20 seconds left. Hester in the back court. Passes over to Bloom in the front court. In the middle of the floor. Drops it off to Deacon. Deacon lays it in. Can't do it any better than that, folks. And now the Donettes throw it away. And it's going to be out of bounds off of Savannah Aaron. Yep, sure is. The South beat her to the basketball. South open again. 3-pointers up, no good. I'm surprised they're shooting it. Baxter gets the rebound, and she's fouled. And it'll be a shooting foul for Katie Baxter. That one is on Jacqueline Friend, her 3rd. Right now, the amount doesn't really make much difference how many fouls anybody's got with 1:58 to go. Baxter puts the first one up and misses it off to the left side. Minute 58 to go. It's an 11-point lead. Baxter's next one up, and she hits the second one. Donette's going to have to shoot quickly here. Aaron takes it in. She'll put it up from about 12 feet. No good. Paige Eddington with a rebound. Puts it up and no good. But back to the free throw line, Paige goes. They could have used a three-point play there. It's a 12-point lead at 53-41. Twin Rivers has led the entire game. Eddington's free throw is good. She's got 14 points now. Jakeman Friends in double figures with 10 as well. They've been getting 3 or 4 in double figures about every game, but they're not going to make it tonight. 15 now for Eddington. Back to a 10-point game with a minute 45 to go. And timeout called by Coach Mueller with a 10-point lead for Twin Rivers. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with more on KYEC 88.3 FM. Twin Rivers Lady Royals leading the Donettes 53-43. We've got a minute, I believe there's a minute 25 left. The timeout still counting down. We'll see here in just a second, but not a lot of time left. Minute 45 left. It'll be Twin Rivers' basketball. Donettes going to have to apply full court pressure. If they handle the press well, you have to gamble. Get a lot of easy shots, easy layups sometimes. Hester dribbles into the front court, gives it to Katie Baxter. Baxter gives it back to Hester. Guarded by Lexi Day. Donettes have gone to man-to-man. Over to Brooke Bloom. Bloom dribbles in and going to have a foul, I think, on Jakeman Friend. If they were going to foul, they probably should have started doing it as soon as they got the ball in bounds instead of letting almost 20 seconds run off the clock. And that is team foul number 7, so this is a 1-and-1. And Bloom misses the free throw, and Eddington gets the rebound. Got to get it up in a hurry and get the shots up. Preferably some three-pointers. And Caitlin South's going to get a reach-in foul. Oh, my gosh. That's 2 shots coming for Savannah Aaron, which that helps the Donettes there. Got a chance to score with the clock not running. And she can't make the free throw. Savannah's only got 7 points tonight. She's really been shooting the 3 well, but she's only got 1 make tonight. She missed that one. Mashing gets the rebound, backs it out, gives it to Lexi Day. Over to Savannah Aaron. Time running off the clock here. Aaron into the lane and loses the ball, but Eddington picks it up. She's going to shoot it, and she's fouled by Katie Deacon. So Paige will go to the free throw line. Donettes have only made 4 out of 10 this half, so if they'd have made more free throws, they could have been right there, probably within at least 5 points anyway instead of 10. But a lot of times this year they have not shot free throws well. They've been doing a little better lately, but they haven't shot them well tonight. And Paige's first one's good. 53-44, still a minute 4 to play. Next one is good. Coach Mueller calls a timeout. 1:04 to go. And it's a full timeout. We'll take a 60-second break and be back with this last minute and 4 seconds. Stay with us on KYEC. they thought that was a foul. She reached around and hit her. Just because she knocked her away, they thought they stole it. Everybody hopped. I didn't realize they were that bad. They just want to beat Doniphan. Which I don't know why Doniphan ain't been that good for a long time. If Doniphan would have been making threes like they've been making them, this would have been a different game to start too. They've been making them. Twin Rivers inbounds the basketball to Katie Hester. They lead by 8 points, and South gets behind the defense and lays it in. That'll do it. 34 points for South, and the Donettes throw it away. Well, they're going to be 3-1, folks, in the conference now. It's a little too late now, down by 10 points, and you can't have a trip down the floor without even getting a shot off, and you can't let people get behind you when you're pressing. Got to have somebody back. Bloom with the basketball. And they called a foul on Paige Eddington there. She never even touched her. She reached in like she was going to slap the ball when she never even touched her. Which they need to foul them, but and it's Brooke Bloom at the free throw line. Still a 1-and-1. And her first one's good this time. She has 6 points in the ball game. 4, 6, 8, 9. 5 out of 9 from the free throw line for Twin Rivers this half. They were 4 out of 6 in the first half. Next one up, and she gets both of them. Back to a 12-point lead. Mashing brings it down, kicks it out to Jacqueline Friend, steps into a three, and it's good. But it's too late at a 9-point lead with 29.7 seconds to go. We got a foul in the back court on Paige Eddington, and that's going to be 4 on Paige. And it'll be Katie Hester shooting this time. Katie Hester has 6 points. And she eyes up the free throw, and it's good. They're making them down the stretch here when it counts. That's 3 in a row now they've hit. It's hard to beat a team when you're trying to come back if they make their free throws. Hester's second one is good. Lob up ahead to Aaron. She puts up a three-pointer, too hard. And Deacon with a rebound, and she's fouled. And I don't know why the Donettes are fouling now. The game's over, and all you're doing is just adding more points onto their total. And it'll be Katie Deacon shooting, and that is team foul number 10, so she'll shoot 2. Deacon has 2 points. And she missed the free throw. They only have one player in double figures, and that's Caitlin South, and she has 34 of their 59 points. Deacon's next one is good. She has 3 points. Savannah Aaron takes it under and lays it in. Twin Rivers done a smart thing by not contesting that. And they're going to dribble the clock out, and the final score is going to be Twin Rivers 60 and the Donettes 50. So the first match between Twin Rivers and Doniphan this year goes to the Lady Royals 60-50. We'll be back in 2 minutes to give you the final scoring and wrap things up here from Doniphan. Been listening to Donettes basketball on KYEC 88.3 FM.